people in opposition, not just activists opposing Shell's seismic survey of the Eastern Cape Coast. Fishers, residents, environmentalists, all uniting. But it may be too late. The survey starts at the 1st of next month. Tony Carnie is an environmental writer based in Durban. He's taken a closer look at the genesis and possible impact of Shell getting its way. Tony, I want to start with a question that Annika just posed to Janet a few minutes ago. How exactly is it that Shell got the permission to start this survey way back when? How did they manage that process?
Yeah, hi, Tafuma. I'm losing your hearing. Can you hear me?
Well, we can hear you loud and clear, Tony. Go ahead.
Okay, great. Well, actually, Shell didn't actually enter the picture until a few months ago. The original application for exploration was granted to another company called Impact Oil and Gas. And then it was some financial interests were transferred to ExxonMobil and also to Stat Oil Group. And then only a few months back, in November 2020, did Shell acquire an interest in 2 new concessions off the East Coast. So they're actually a relatively new arrival. They didn't make the original application.
Okay. Shell hasn't said much about it, but the little that they have said, Tony, you know a bit about. So let's take a look at that. They say they undertook a full stakeholder consultation way back in 2013. Did that actually happen? Janet says that most people, the activists and the residents, didn't know about it.
Yeah, the application, the process started in 2013 and then approved in 2014, but that was based primarily at some 3 public meetings in the Eastern Cape, and the issue of oil exploration is the sea is a national asset, so in my view, it's been a very limited consultation process. And the thing is, you know, when you talk about the seismic surveys, I don't think you can separate that from the end intention. And the end intention is if oil is discovered, that has major implications. And if you open the door now to drilling, why is this being even contemplated? Yes, of course, there's a lot of economic benefits that accrue from oil discoveries, but it is a complete disjuncture from what scientists are saying about the need to reduce and actually to end fossil fuel and consumption. And now there's this kind of last-minute scramble to cash in on the fossil fuel. It's almost a dinosaur approach.
Yeah, the focus has been a lot on the current operations that will take place, the seismic survey, and the harm that could do to marine life. So Shell say that they've undertaken an environmental management program for the exploration survey. They say that they understand the impacts and that they've mitigated against them. Do we know anything about that program and those mitigating steps that they say they've taken?
Okay, yeah. Well, I think they're referring to the procedures that are used in a seismic survey, and bear in mind that you're sitting on a very large ship in the middle of the sea, and the sea is surrounded by within the sea you have whales, dolphins, penguins, fish, a whole bunch of an array of organisms. What the mitigation really is that they have observers on the seismic vessel, so that if any whales are visible or any dolphins are visible, they would delay the startup of the sound by by instead of blasting immediately, you kind of ramp it up slowly in the hope that the gradual increase in noise will compel them to move away. That, and also I think you can time a survey so that it's out of migration season. But that's pretty much the extent of the migration in of the mitigation in simple terms.
Yeah, I think the worrying thing, Tony, is that there's still so much we don't know about seismic exploration. So they've put those steps in place, but we're not sure if there'll be enough. Tony, thank you so much for your time. Tony Carnie reporting on the possibly damaging impact of oil and gas exploration off the Wild Coast.